The festive sale season is right around the corner, and considering there's a considerable interest in JBL products, I decided to check out the JBL Tune 230NC and the JBL Tune 130NC. Now these are marquee offerings in JBL's Tune lineup, and I recently checked out the JBL Tune Flex as well, which is one of a kind sort of earphones. If you haven't watched that video just yet, a link should pop up right now. Now both these truly wireless earbuds are almost twin peas in a pod. You know what? That idiom sort of works really well for truly wireless earbuds if you ask me. Anyway, they're nearly identical for the most part, except for a couple of things. The buds design themselves and the size of the drivers used inside each one of these. So let's dig in deeper. I'm your host Eshar and you're watching Trakin Tech English. The first thing you'll notice is that the case design is almost nearly identical, and they're made entirely of tough plastic, and it feels really sturdy as well. Also, I really like the LED charging indicator on the case themselves. It is also present on the Tune Flex if you remember. And you get a Type-C port on the rear of both these cases, and you can also swiftly open and close the lid with one swift motion of your index finger or your thumb. And once you open the case of these buds, you will see the immediate difference in design, and that is in the stem design of the 230NC as opposed to the buds design of the 130NC. Also, there's this very nice indicator for the left earbud and the right earbud on the case of the Tune 230NC. Fit wise, both are extremely comfortable, but what I noticed is that the Tune 230NC fits very well for my ears, and they don't budge at all, and they offer a very secure fit. The 130NC is a bud style design which could work for some people, but it sort of juts out from my ears specifically, but it could work for you. Furthermore, the buds are protected by IPX4 rating, so it shouldn't get damaged by sweat when you're working out. Now, if you've come this far and if you like the kind of content that we make, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the bell icon right next to it to get notified whenever we put out an awesome new tech video. Now, both the Tune 230NC and the 130NC, supported by the Bluetooth 5.2 protocol, offer Google's fast pair for, immediate connectivity to Android devices as well, which is definitely very convenient. And you can tweak a whole bunch of settings from the JBL Headphones app, which to me now is one of the best designed apps out there for controlling truly wireless earbuds. You can see the charge level on the individual buds and the case. The ambient sound control toggle lets you switch between ANC, ambient sound, and TalkThru settings. There are a bunch of predefined equalizers and the option to make your own equalizer curve as well. Smart audio and smart video are also two settings that are available in the app, and the smart video feature is absolutely useful when you want to reduce the latency to ensure that there is a better lip sync between the video and the audio itself, and sometimes it also helps with gaming. You can also tweak the touch-based gesture controls from the app itself. However, there's no wear detection feature, which means that you don't get the autoplay pause option, and I hope that JBL can fix it in the next iteration of the Tune series. There's also a separate voice aware feature that lets you tweak how much of your own voice you can hear in calls and meetings as well. The Find My Buds feature is definitely very useful, and it lets out a high-pitched sound from the earbuds themselves to help you find it. Please note that you should not use this feature if you have the earbuds in your ears. And the final feature that's available is a godsend. It has this auto standby feature or an auto power off option for a stipulated period of time, depending on what you prefer. And that helps save battery life and offer better battery life from both these buds. And this is something that I've rarely seen in other truly wireless earbuds. Now, talking about the active noise cancellation on both these earbuds, I found it to be very effective on the Tune 230NC. It was very good at cutting out the environmental sound. Moreover, the two mics on both these buds dedicated for ANC are actually feed-forward mics. What that means is that these mics can actually hear the noise before your ears do and send out an anti-noise and cut out constant hum sounds like the hum of an engine or the hum of a fan. So it would help you to know that it won't be very effective with sounds of traffic or the crowd around you either, but that's true for most ANC or truly wireless earbuds. Finally, you get 10mm drivers because these are bigger buds on the Tune 130NC and 6mm drivers inside the Tune 230NC. And one thing that you should know is that big drivers don't necessarily equal to better sound, just like more megapixels don't necessarily mean better pictures. Now you get a U-shaped massy sound signature on both these earbuds that JBL likes to call pure bass. But there are definitely some differences, so let me talk about the Tune 130NC's sound quality first. The 130NC sound, of course, has a very big bass sound and it sort of overpowers the other frequencies. The bass has a tendency to suppress the mids. So if you listen to a lot of EDM and hip hop, this kind of sound will definitely serve you well. For everyone else, I would definitely recommend the 230NC because the quality of the drivers inside these genuinely surprised me. First things first, the default tuning is geared towards a more bass-heavy sound signature, which definitely overpowers the mids. But trust me, once you make your own EQ for the 230NC, it's a different ballgame altogether. And for the audiophiles in the audience and who are using Android phones, you should definitely try out the Wavelet app because there is already a custom EQ ready-made for the JBL Tune 230NC. In that version of the EQ curve, you can see that the bass has been reduced by quite a bit and a bit of the upper mids have been increased, and so has the treble. What this EQ does is that it opens up the sound by quite a bit and gives you headroom for all of the instruments to be heard clearly. What I immediately noticed in one of my favorite songs, Supermassive Black Hole by Muse, is the bigness of sound. The bass attack was really tight and sort of precise as well, almost like the performance of tiny woofers or in your ears. I absolutely loved the refined nature of the low end that is reproduced by the JBL Tune 230NC. This is how they should tune a dynamic driver inside a pair of affordable truly wireless earbuds. And with that EQ on, like I mentioned, the Tune 230NC also started sounding wider, so the sound stage was much bigger now. And JBL does keep the sound very clean with very little distortion even when you're listening to music at the highest volume. So evidently the 230NC has sort of a premium sound that is aimed at, bass lovers. And since the new EQ wasn't overpowering the other frequencies, the vocals and the hi-hats could, come through, and I had a blast listening to my catalog of 2000s rock on the JBL Tune 230NC. If anybody's going to come and ask me for some of the best bassy truly wireless earbuds around rupees 5,000, I'm definitely going to recommend the JBL Tune 230NC to them. As far as the battery life is concerned, JBL definitely punches above its competition. You get 8 hours of listening time on a single charge on both these buds, and you get 40 hours of charge of the case, which is about 5 cycles. And if you keep ANC on, with 24 hours available on the case. And JBL is generally accurate with battery life estimates, and in our testing we noticed that our numbers were also very close to this. Plus a 10-minute quick charge can give you 2 hours of listening time on both the Tune 130NC and the 230NC. Now there are 2 mics for calls on both these earbuds, and thanks to the fact that the 230NC actually has a stem and the mics are closer to your mouth, the kind of sound that it picks up is pretty decent. But don't underestimate the 130NC's mics either. For a non-stem design, this is pretty decent. So the JBL 130NC and the 230NC are priced around the rupees 5,000 mark, and considering Diwali is around the corner, JBL is also offering a discount of 10% on select credit cards and debit cards, starting from September 15th to October 31st. I was particularly impressed by the 230NC. Anybody who is a regular commuter or who exercises a lot, this one should definitely be one of the top in your list of truly wireless earbuds that you should consider buying. And it doesn't hurt that the tuning makes your songs sound big and lively, and there's a woofer-like experience in your ears as well. So which one of these two did you prefer? What do you think about the JBL Tune 130NC, 230NC? If you already have them, do share your feedback with your friends in the comment section below. Until next time, this is Eshad signing off. Keep tracking and stay safe.